All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Race one from Okayama. Harry Volsmeer and Rudolph Gunther have the front row. Yannick Gunther, Ellis Johnson on the second. Adam Barker, Waleed Feza have the third row. Mike Marshall, Roman Berg. I have the fourth row. Mike Dolling and Sean Harvey round out the top 10. Christian Orr starting in 11 next to Ryan McDaniel in 12th. Andrew Davis 13th. If he takes the grid, which I do believe he will, despite not qualifying. Everybody getting stacked up on the line. Some of the drivers making last-minute adjustments. Zai, totally up to you, buddy. Just don't root for the Fords. All right, looks like everybody is on the grid. And the Porsche pace car rolls down the straight. Now remember, that turn, you see the debris already on the track. Remember, iRacing did put that update in, so the debris is more realistic as they kick it out on the track today. It will stick to the tires, could cause problems, as we have seen every week for quite a while now. Get that debris on a warm tire and you might go sliding off track. Drivers have to be very careful. Something has happened back behind. Christian Orr and Andrew Davis are both stopped. Roman Berg also stopped for a moment. Looks like they're all rolling. Harry Volsmeer will be in control of the start once the pace car hits pit road. And Harry fires out of the final turn. They are down and away at Okayama. And the green flag flies. And weirdly, Roman Berg is on pit road. Not sure what happened. Not a good sign to be on pit road this early in the race. He has gotten back off pit road now. Lap one so far, clean and green, no problems as they come down the long back straightaway. Ooh, Yannick Gunther, man, it got tight coming through the horseshoe. The new champ, Adam Barker, in that Hello Kitty car. Hello Kitty has been weaponized in that car, so no telling what'll happen. Waleed Feza currently in 5th. Rumor has it that the Ford now does have some rear grip to it. I still don't believe it. And down the front straightaway, Harry Volsmeer will lead lap 1. As several drivers peak, but nobody makes a move into turn 1. And man, the back half of the field, Ryan McDaniel, Christian Orr, Andrew Davis, and now Roman Berg way behind. like a few of them out off track a moment ago. Roman appears to have gotten the worst of it. The car looks okay. Let's take a quick look and see what happened. There's Ryan McDaniel in the red, white, and blue Porsche coming into the second to last turn, just overshoots. Man, they are throwing a lot of debris out on the track through there. Roman Berg back behind, coming through one of the horseshoes here. The tightest section of track, just loses the back end on the Ferrari. Has a problem getting through, but finally gets it pointed the right way, and Mike Marshall has had a problem. Man, looks like we're having a lot of people struggling in the tight turns today. Marshall on the power, just a bit wide. It potentially no. Hey, good morning, the Shadow. I'm kind of in the same boat. There's about one car I can drive this track in. It's also the slowest one. Harry's still at the lead, but Rudolph Gunther has the fastest lap at the moment. And this middle section of track is seeing a lot of action. A lot of guys just missing the apexes or going a bit wide on corner exits. It looks like Mike Dolling had a problem a moment ago. He is missing his rear wing. Significant damage to the back of the Mustang. Here's Dolling going off into turn one. On the power, just loses the back end. And ouch, just backs it into the fence, loses that rear wing, and loses a lot of ground. Whoa, he is having a really hard time with that car without the rear wing. Dolling has slipped back to 12th. Meanwhile, Harry has started pulling away from Team Gunther. See how Mike does coming down to this tight turn. Oh, he has stopped on track and towed it to pit road. It must have been terrible driving that car, and then he lost the rear wing, making it even harder. Yannick Gunther in third has the fastest lap. Ellis Johnson in only his second race with the group currently in fourth. Adam Barker currently runs in fifth. Top three still nose to tail, a slight gap back to fourth. Barker in fifth as Mike Marshall in sixth. And I do believe as they run right now, Mike Marshall will officially lock up second in the points at the end of race one as Roman Berg is back to 12th. Andrew Davis, another rookie here this morning. Andrew currently up 4 spots into 9th. Does have Ryan McDaniel about a second back trying to close the gap. Christian Orr there with him. Sean Harvey up 2 spots into 8th, but has a bit of ground to make up to close in on Wally Fezza. Mike Marshall currently in 6th. Barker still holds 5th, and no change up front. These 4 just running nose to tail, but remember, folks, the top 7 will invert going into race 2. Right now, that's going to put Wally Fezza starting on the pole for race 2. Hey, good morning, Nishi. Ellis Johnson just set the fastest lap so far. He is real in the top 3, back in. Adam Barker back in 5th, is starting to close back up. Oh, whoa! Adam starting to close back up on the top 4. Those final 2 turns, we are seeing a lot of guys off in the dirt. But that long straightaway does give the tires a bit of time to get clean back up. Ryan McDaniel, Christian Orr still battle for 10th and 11th. Ryan looks like he may have had a problem. Mike Dolling may not be. The car is fixed, but he has not come back out. Wally Fezza has had a big problem back behind. There's Waleed in the Mustang coming down to that first horseshoe. He sends it in deep, and the back end just loses grip. He steps out, gets it backed up and rolling again, but man, he lost a lot of ground while he was on the attack. Continues to lead, and it just seems like despite the better cornering of the Porsches, they just can't reel him in. They get closer through the turns, but the Mercedes on the power just has such an advantage. They break much later into the turns and are able to get through the turns. But as they come back up to speed, the Mercedes just pulls away. Mike Marshall back in 6th, trying to close up as well. Waleed Fezza now in 7th as Sean Harvey in 8th closing in. Andrew Davis in 9th, Ryan McDaniel in 10th, Christian Orr in 11th. All 3 of them staying relatively close. This is one of those tracks where one little mistake anywhere on the track could cost you the entire race. You could go from first to last in the blink of an eye. Whoa! Rudolph Gunther almost demonstrated it. Adam Barker actually ended up with a bit of a slowdown. He went a little too wide. He has completed his slowdown now, but he lost more ground. He is now 1.125 seconds behind Ellis Johnson. Sean Harvey in the Corvette was reeling in Waleed in the Mustang. But it looks like Waleed, since his incident, has cranked it up a notch. Harry continues to lead. It'll be interesting to see going into race 2 as they run. Harry would start back in 7th. It'll be very interesting to see how well that car does in dirty air. Andrew Davis, currently the biggest mover of the race, up 4 spots into 9th. As, Ryan McDaniel has had a problem. Now Chris has had a problem. Let's take a look at that exchange. All right, there's Ryan McDaniel coming into those 2 tight turns. Just on the power, the back end steps out. He goes a bit wide. But then Christian Orr just gets by Ryan. Gets on the power mid-turn and, yep, back in, stepping out because Ford's gonna Ford. Adam Barker still trying to close in. You know he'd love to end his season in victory lane, but another his 9th championship now. He really doesn't have that much to prove anymore. These guys are kicking a lot of dirt and debris onto the track today. The lone Lamborghini in the field running in 4th. That is a great run today. We haven't seen the Lambo on track that much this season. But it is such a great looking car. He is closing in on Yannick at the moment. Adam Barker has also pulled back up closer. Now right at a second behind and closing. The top 5 battle may be about to heat up quite a bit, which is exactly what Harry wants to see. They start battling behind him. He can pull away. Waleed had a bit of an off track a moment ago coming through those final turns, but it has allowed Sean Harvey to close a lot of gap back up. Now just 1.7 seconds behind. He continues to close in. That'll be the battle for 7. That top 5, it's like the immovable object, an unstoppable force. One of them gains a little, then the other pulls away. It's been a back and forth game so far, but it will make things interesting when that top 7 inverts in race 2. Roman Berg, despite that early pit stop, unscheduled, unplanned pit stop, has made his way up into 10th, bumping Ryan McDaniel back into 11th and Janor to 12th. And Roman is closing in on Andrew Davis. Roman Berg still trying to fight forward and get that second place in the overall standings. Whoa, Ryan McDaniel had a big problem back behind. There's Ryan headed off toward turn 1. Just a little too deep, a little too wide, ends up in the gravel. Does manage to keep it out of the wall and get it going again. Oh, Waleed is around. Out of the final turn. Whoa, close call for Sean. As everybody on that final lap Harry Volsmir is led from the green flag. Will only be Harry's 3rd win this season, despite how well he has run in just about every race. But out of the final turn, Harry Volsmir will get it done this morning. Harry pulls off the win in race 1 at Okayama. Rudolph Gunther comes home 2nd. Ellis Johnson made a last-second pass and took 3rd. All right, we'll talk to the top 3 while they get ready for race number 2. Ellis, I got to congratulate you. Last lap, last turn pass to get on the podium. Pretty impressive run.
That was fun. That was a good race, though. I can't lie. That was fun.
It definitely looked like it, man. It was really interesting up front. You'd gain some ground, then somebody else, then you'd lose ground. It was a lot of back and forth between the top 4, but now you guys invert going into race 2, and that's going to be interesting.
I think we'll all follow each other until probably top 3, and then maybe duke it out after pit stop. I'm hoping like more overtakes.
Well, it's definitely going to be fun to watch. Good luck and a great finish.
Thank you.
Ellis Johnson comes home in third. Rudolph Gunther comes home in second. Rudolph, you managed to hold on to second, but man, you just couldn't build a run.
Yeah, I don't had any chance against the Merc and Harry. The combination is deadly. He was great on this track, and I had to make sure that I hold off Yannick.
Well, that was definitely an important move to make, holding Yannick off. But man, it's going to be interesting. You guys really were very even throughout the race, but now going into the second race, the invert, Harry starts behind you.
Yeah, that's good to hear, and I hope we will have a good start in the second race to get some early positions back. We will see.
Well, man, great race and a great finish.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you very much, Doug.
And our winner back in victory lane, Harry Volsmeer. Harry, I have to say, it's been a while. You've had so many close calls with victory lane this season. Surprised to look and only see you had 2 wins, but now it's 3.
Oh, well, it was not easy. And the next one will be even more difficult, but hey, we made it.
I have to say that Mercedes looks really good in clean air, but how's it going to be coming through traffic?
I'm afraid it won't.
Well,
but maybe they help me. You never know.
Yeah, you never do, man. It was an awesome run. A dominant win this morning. Congratulations, Harry.
Thanks, Doug.
Harry led from green to checkers on that one. It will not happen again. As the top 7 from that race invert going into race 2, everybody else behind holds their position. It's definitely going to make the start of race 2 very, very exciting. Turn 1 could get dicey, and man, seeing a lot of drivers practicing pit road entry. Good reason for that. Those yellow cones are where the pit road speed starts. But a lot of drivers were talking about how easy it is to get a penalty, especially on the access roads. So they will be extra careful on pit road this morning. They will have to make at least one stop for fuel. Some of them may even take tires, but here lately we have not seen tire changes really in the top 5. It's pretty rare. It did pay off a couple of times to be the only one in the top 5 to take tires. But you do have more ground to make up, so strategy is going to be a big factor in the second half of this next race. And will today be the day Mike Marshall finally goes to victory lane? He has been close multiple times this season, has never won an NSS competition. Hey, good morning, Russell. Well, Ryan McDaniel had fun despite his chaos. But here we go. Warm-up is over. Ellis doing a little celebration on pit road. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Race 2. The top 7 have inverted. Waleed Feza and Sean Harvey have the front row. Adam Barker, Yannick Gunther on the second row. Ellis Johnson, Rudolph Gunther have the third row. Harry Volsmir, Roman Berg on the fourth. Andrew Davis and Chris Janor round out the top 10. Ryan McDaniel starts in 11th next to Mike Marshall in 12th. And Mike Doling comes out 13th. I am not sure how Mike Marshall ended up back at the tail end. That's going to make things interesting for him. Waiting for the last couple of cars to take to the grid. And it does not look like Ryan McDaniel is taken to the grid, nor is Mike Doling. So Waleed Feza will be in control of the start. Waleed has had some fast races here lately. If he gets off the line and gets a gap early, who knows what'll happen. Sean Harvey has also gone back to pit road. No idea what is going on here, but here we go. Pace car is in. Waleed fires there away. And already trying to break the draft as the green flag flies. And it does not look like turn 1 is gonna be as tame this time, as we have 3 wide back behind. Adam Barker manages to pull ahead out of the middle. Barker now to third, Ellis to fourth. Team Gunther got split up. Yannick now in second, trying to run down Waleed. Harry Volsmir on the move, now to fifth. Rudolph tries to look to the outside. Harry slams the door and it opens the door for Roman. Roman just didn't have enough getting into the turn. Waleed currently holding Yannick off. Oh, a little bit of a blink for Waleed. Into the final sector. Barker trying to peek to the inside on Yannick. And Waleed Feza does lead lap 1. Meanwhile, Ellis Johnson on the attack, looked to the inside on Barker, couldn't get there. Hey, good morning, Gunswat. Waleed does appear to be having a little bit of connection problem. Doesn't appear to be affecting his driving, though. Harry Volsmir already up into 5th. Mike Marshall has moved up 4 spots into 8th. Sean Harvey still sits on pit road. It does appear Sean Harvey is now officially out of the race. Hey, good morning, Count. And thank you for the raid. Yannick Gunther has gotten right back to the bumper. Hey, congratulations. Yannick trying to set up to the inside. The Porsche has the advantage in the turn. That does bring Barker closer as well. The Mustang powers out, but for how much longer? And that just tightened the top 4 up. That also is bringing 5th place and the first race winner, Harry Volsmir, closer. Roman Berg back in 7th, Mike Marshall in 8th, closing back in, Chris Janor in 9th, Andrew Davis in 10th, 3 drivers out early. Well, 2 not taking the grid, Sean Harvey having problems. The field is tightened up, especially this top 5. Ellis Johnson in 4th does have the fastest lap so far. Adam looks deep into the turn, almost got a run. And Sean Harvey is now back out on track. Looks like Sean may have been having a connection problem, may still be. Rudolph Gunther is staying within striking distance of 5th place Harry Volsmir. Waleed out front definitely has his hands full here. That Lambo does seem to have a ton of speed this morning, but it has been so hard to make passes all morning long. It is a bit of a surprise. Normally this track is one you see a lot of passing on. It just goes to show how equal these drivers are. Yannick shooting the cut back up the inside. Can't get the run there. Waleed learned his lesson. He's defending that inside line, forcing Yannick to the outside into the horseshoe. And it works perfectly. Waleed keeps him behind. Barker almost took 2nd, and Ellis has a problem, loses grip, gathers it up, but now Harry and Rudolph are there. Harry on the attack for 4th as they come up the hill. Ellis holds him off for the moment. The top 3 nose to tail, 4th, 5th, and 6th almost as close. Roman Berg is getting closer. Mike Marshall is as well. Mike Marshall now has the fastest lap of the morning. Well, he's definitely hoping they continue to battle back behind. Oh, a little bobble out of Waleed coming out of the turn. Did that give Yannick enough? Yannick pulls the nose ahead, but he's on the outside into the turn. And Waleed, no, he does not get clear. Now he gets clear, but Yannick gets another attack. And Yannick Gunther to the lead. Barker looking for second. Ellis Johnson is caught back up to the top three. Harry Volsmir, Rudolph Gunther right there with them. Yannick Gunther out front already has a half-second lead. You really have to wonder what the pit strategy is going to be this morning. Can they afford, as close as they are on track, can they afford to take tires, or will we see fuel-only stops for all of them? Waleed being a lot more careful through that sector to keep it on track. Have a great sleep there, Count. Mike Marshall on the attack has just taken 7th place from Roman Berg's confusing paint scheme. I mean, seriously, if anybody can explain it, he's driving a Ferrari with a Ford paint. Just doesn't make sense. Mike Marshall now in 7th, about 3 seconds behind. Whoa! About 3 seconds behind Rudolph. He is gaining. Rudolph just lost a lot of time there. The top 5 currently separated by less than 2 seconds as Adam Barker is going to try the attack to the outside. It doesn't work for Adam. It might work for Ellis, who shoots to the outside. Ellis can't make it work yet. The battle from second on back is definitely heating up a bit. Exactly what Yannick Gunther wants to see. The more they battle, the further away he can get. Wow! Ellis was pushing at him through there. And Harry right on Ellis's bumper. Rudolph just behind. And don't look now, Mike Marshall is closing in. Last time by, Marshall was the fastest car on track. And I can't begin to tell you how much everybody wants to see Mike pull off a win That Corvette is in full-on attack mode this morning, but he's got some ground to make up as Adam Barker battles with Ellis for third. Ellis gets a better run into the turn. Oh! Adam trying to power out on the outside, and he's going to get it done. Harry sets up inside. Mercedes trying to power it up the hill. Ellis gets a bit of a roll, a little bit of contact. Harry getting the nose ahead, and Harry moves to fourth. But Ellis back to the inside. And up Rudolph wants to play. 3 wide into turn 1. They are pinching each other down. Rudolph comes out ahead. What a move by Rudolph Gunther. But he goes wide, opens the door again for Ellis. And Ellis reclaims fourth. Harry slides back up into fifth. Rudolph now back to sixth. And the Corvette has caught him. Yannick Gunther has been able to use the time spent battling back behind to pull out to a 2.3 second lead. Shadow, it definitely is this morning. Two weeks from today, a new season begins here, and man, I can't wait to see that. All right, the top three have spread out for a moment, give us a chance to catch our breath. Ellis in fourth, Harry in fifth, Rudolph in sixth, Mike Marshall in seventh, though. They have all tightened up. Can the production crew bring oxygen to the booth, please? Folks, don't forget, if you missed any of this season, you can find all the previous races on our YouTube channel. Remember, about halfway through this season, we started doing them in 4K on YouTube. Today's race will be on YouTube later this afternoon, also in 4K. Not to mention a whole bunch of YouTube shorts to enjoy. Roman Berg has had a problem back behind. Heavily damaged the Ferrari. There's Roman coming out through that middle sector. Just goes a bit wide, gets off into the grass. Then a few moments later, coming back through that section on the power, the back end just steps out. He does get it rolling, but did pick up a little damage. And let's take a look again at that battle we just saw a moment ago. down Rudolph Gunther there in the Porsche to the inside. The least amount of straight line speed. Looks like the Lambo and the Mercedes had contact. Rudolph Gunther just shot by. Then a moment later goes off in the grass, has a bobble. Ellis able to capitalize. Man, and then Harry gets a run in. What an exchange. Yannick's lead continues to grow over Adam. Waleed Feza in third, now has Ellis on his bumper in fourth, Harry in fifth, Rudolph in sixth, and Mike Marshall now in seventh as Christian Orr has had a problem. There's Chris headed off into turn one, and the back end on the Ford just stepping out. How many times have we said that this season? He does get it pointed the right way, keeps it out of trouble. Adam Barker still holds second as Yannick continues to pull away. Yannick's lead now 3.6 seconds. Adam in second, Waleed in third, Ellis Johnson fourth, Harry Volsmir in fifth, Rudolph Gunther in sixth, Mike Marshall in seventh. And at the moment, the Corvette of Mike Marshall, the fastest car on track. Ellis is all over Waleed's bumper at the moment. Just can't get the... Wait a minute. Ellis has the run. Waleed slams the door on him. I doubt that's over. However, as they battle, second place Adam Barker starts to pull away. Harry back behind. What a run into the turn for Harry. We saw him use that move to pass Rudolph earlier, and he almost got Ellis. We've talked all season about the Mercedes just doesn't turn as well as the other cars, but this morning Harry has proven us wrong. He has found a way to get that Mercedes to turn like a Porsche. Third on back, everybody is so close that one mistake could change the outcome dramatically of this race. Especially with Mike Marshall lurking back there, the fastest car on track. He's close to Rudolph this time. Can he get a run into turn one? Doesn't look like Mike is pushing it. Ellis Ellis on the attack again. Waleed still blinking a bit. Ellis trying so hard to make something happen here. He's going to look to the outside. We've seen it work a couple of times. He may have gone too wide. Harry closes in. Ellis gets it gathered up and prevents Harry from getting by. Rudolph Gunther. Oh, holy cow! Harry gets loose out of the turn. Harry slips back into 7th place. And we're going to ride along a lap with 5th place now, Rudolph Gunther. Down the front straightaway into turn 1, hard in. Coming back up through the gears, then feathering it through the left-hander. Closing back up on the cars ahead as they head down into the horseshoe. And cleaning his windshield, he's waving high. Back on the power and up the hill. And hard onto the brakes to set up into the next sector. A bunch of very tight turns. Gets right on the apex, fires right back out. Oh, it gets close right in front of him. As he continues to draw even closer. And heads off into the final turn. And back down the front straightaway to the start-finish line. Rudolph Gunther did that lap in a 1:29.55. Harry has slipped back to 7th, and we've seen him come from further back before. Man, it does not look like he has got the same attack in that car. Roman Berg still on track in 9th, and Andrew Davis in 10th. Christian Orr currently running in 8th. And our leader, Yannick Gunther, has pulled out to a 4.2 second lead. Adam in 2nd, trying to close that gap. And we had seen Adam pull a little bit of a gap on the cars behind earlier, but Waleed is pulling him back in. Whoa! All 3 of them go a bit wide, but Rudolph loses the most momentum. Mike Marshall slides by and takes 5th. That's what we were talking about a moment ago. One mistake, the tiniest mistake, could have the biggest impact. Mike Marshall now up 7 spots into 5th, closing in on Ellis. And we are within the fuel window. Everybody can go the distance from here. Could see pit stops anytime. And then we'll see what the strategy is going to be this morning. Now they do have to enter pit road right there and take that access road in. Being careful not to get a penalty going off in the grass. Speaking of, Mike Marshall went a little bit wide out of that final turn, but still holds on to fifth. Rudolph has a bit of a run. Rudolph now back to Mike's back bumper. Oh, and don't look now, so is Harry. Adam Barker has a mirror full of Waleed and Ellis. Mike Marshall back in fifth, trying to close back in. But he's also got to watch that mirror because the two drivers behind could easily go flying by. Wow. Rudolph showing it off, got a big run down into that turn. Yannick Gunther, meanwhile, out front, just out for a Sunday cruise. No pit stop for the leader yet. Nobody in the top five doesn't look like anybody's coming in. They're going to stretch the fuel till the last moment. Make those pit stops as short as possible. Whoa, Ellis right to the back bumper. And that Lambo definitely seems to have cornering down this morning. It doesn't seem to matter if he's on the inside or the outside of the turn. He's been able to make moves happen. Mike Marshall still trying to reel him in, about 2.7 seconds back. And Andrew Davis is the first driver to pit road. Does look like Davis has some damage to the back end from an earlier incident. And Waleed Feza is on pit road, the first driver in the top five to come in. Will he be taking tires? He hits the pit road speed limiter and begins the long, slow crawl down pit road at 45 miles an hour. He hits his pit stall. Looks like it'll be fuel only. As Mike Marshall has had a big problem. There's Mike battling Rudolph into turn one. Mike turns in. Rudolph was there. He just gets into him. Sends him spinning off. He manages to keep it out of the wall. Man, he left a lot of debris on the track. Hey, thanks, Gun Swat. Have a great day. Mike Marshall has now slipped back into sixth place. Rudolph moves back up into 5th. Harry now back up to 4th. Ellis Johnson still holding on to 3rd. Barker in 2nd. Yannick still out front. Waleed is back out on track after a fuel-only stop. Adam in 2nd is closing in on Yannick, now 3.2 seconds back. He has Ellis right there with him. Harry about 5.25 seconds back in 4th. Rudolph in 5th. Mike Marshall back to 6th, 5.5 seconds back. He is still the fastest car on track. Hey, good morning, Tina. And the leader is on pit road. Yannick Gunther, Ellis Johnson, Harry Volsmir, Rudolph Gunther all on pit road. Adam Barker stays out. Nobody is going up on jacks yet. Harry Volsmir is up for tires. Harry, the only driver so far to take tires. Adam Barker now at the front. Mike Marshall in 2nd, both needing to come in and complete their stops. Christian Noor is on pit road. And it's looking like fuel only for Chris. And Adam Barker is coming in. Likely to see Mike Marshall come in as well. Yep, he has aimed it into pit road. I don't think we'll see Adam change tires. Mike could be a different story. Now it looks like fuel only for Adam. And he is down and away quickly. And Mike Marshall's going to be fuel only as well. As Yannick Gunther goes by and reclaims the lead. Barker into 2nd, Ellis in 3rd, Waleed in 4th. Harry Volsmir in 5th with fresh tires. Rudolph Gunther whoa! Rudolph went to the grass to pass. Almost worked. Mike Marshall slips back into 7th. And what a heartbreak for Mike. He was on the move toward the front, had just broken into the top 5. Tina, unfortunately, yep, Ryan did the first race and called it a day to take the kids to the zoo. Ellis Johnson in third is closing in on the top two. He's 2.4 seconds back. That Lambo has been fast all morning long. And he may get a shot at it. Adam Barker is right there on Yannick's bumper. Waleed Feza back in fourth. Harry in fifth, despite new tires, is losing ground to the cars ahead. Mike Marshall back in sixth, is starting to close on sixth place, Rudolph Gunther. Yannick continues to lead by about a second over Adam, but back behind in third place, Ellis Johnson, less than a second and a half back. And Ellis is the fastest car right now. He has definitely got that Lambo dialed in this morning. He is flying. The two Porsches ahead may be in trouble. Waleed still holding on to fourth. Harry back in fifth, has started to close just a little bit on Waleed as Ellis Johnson just set the fastest race of the morning, or the fastest lap of the morning. 128.75 for Ellis. Can he keep it up? That is the question. Get to the two Porsches and do anything with them. Still lurking about 1.5 seconds back. Although lap traffic is about to come into play. Andrew Davis just ahead in 10th place. And that could tighten up that top three very, very quickly. Looks like Davis is going to stay low, let him by. Ellis has definitely been a great addition to the lead this morning. Looking forward to seeing him run a full season next season. Also having Andrew Davis, Sean Harvey back in the car, as well as Ryan McDaniel. And all the veterans back next season. It's going to be a lot of fun. Mike Marshall is still trying to charge back. He's 6.5 seconds behind Rudolph. Harry in 5th, now less than 6 seconds behind Waleed. Yannick continuing to lead though. Adam has been able to get to him, but hasn't been able to do anything with him yet. However, Ellis back in 3rd is really hoping they get. Oh! Ellis is around! He has lost his rear wing! No, that was not his rear wing now. Oh! He is into Waleed! Chaos on the back straightaway! Alright, there is Ellis coming out of the turn. The back end just goes around. Backs it in, loses the entire back end. Tries to get it rolling just as Waleed tries to get there outside the grass. Waleed tried to make the move through the grass, but got clipped, and it sent him hard into the wall. Ouch, and yeah, Dazzy. Ellis had one heck of a run going this morning. That moves Harry back up onto the podium, but 13.6 seconds behind the lead battle. Rudolph Gunther now to 4th. Mike Marshall back up into the top 5. And Mike is closing in on Rudolph, 5.5 seconds back. Looks like Waleed had another off track a moment ago. You'll note the missing rear wing takes all that rear downforce away. He'll be faster in a straight line, but cornering, that's going to be troublesome. Especially turns like turn 1, the high-speed turns without the rear downforce. He could be in trouble. Does look like he might have some damage to that rear splitter as well. That diffuser does seem to have a bit of damage. And there you see it, the back end just steps out, no downforce. Nice drift though. And a good save for Waleed. See how the car handles as he goes off into turn 1. This will be the biggest test. He has had to slow way down. And there it goes again. Man, you lose that rear downforce, your whole day is over. Yannick Gunther still has the gap on Barker. And it looks like they will get the white flag next time by. Waleed has still not gone to pit road. He is going to try and fight that car to the end. Take a look at this again. There's that back end just stepping out on him through turn 2 and ends up backing it into the fence. Man, Waleed had a heck of a run going this morning. Yannick has the lead over Adam by less than a second. Harry in third, 13 and a half seconds back. He has gained several seconds. There's not enough time left to get it done. And down the front straightaway, Barney waves the white flag one more time around. Adam flashing his lights, telling Yannick to let him by. I don't think Yannick's going to do that. Adam in second, trying to close up. Hello Kitty is armed. I'm surprised she's not firing on the car ahead. Next season, we will get to see the debut of the Aston Martin. Everybody looking forward to that. Yannick sends it through the penultimate corner. And through the final turn, he's got a 1 1/4 second lead. Yannick Gunther wins race 2 at Okayama. Adam Barker coming home in second. Harry pulls off third. And let's talk to our top 3. Harry, a heck of a race and a pretty decent comeback.
Well, it was more luck than anything else.
Well, sometimes better to be lucky than good. Man, it was definitely a wild and eventful race for you, but still a great finish.
Yeah. Well, it was okay.
Oh, man.
It was okay.
Another great job and a great end to your season, buddy. Congratulations.
Thanks, Doug.
Adam Barker comes home in second. Adam, you come home in second with another championship. You must be pleased about that.
Yeah, really good race. Really strong competition out here today. Really hard to overtake. So really pleased with the second position. Shame I couldn't just take the fight to Yannick in the last few laps. If I'd have got the pit stop right, then I'd have been maybe ahead of him coming out of the pits.
Well, still a great season overall, a great finish today, and a great way to wrap it up. Congratulations.
Yeah, really great race. Good way to finish it off, and a lovely fight with Yannick.
It definitely was. Great job, Adam.
Thank you.
And our winner, Yannick Gunther. Yannick, back in victory lane, you held off a lot of challengers today.
Yeah, thank you. It was really fun. Just kind of found my groove and stuck to my own race, and it got some distance between me and Adam until I messed up my pit stop.
Well, he did manage to close up on you, but you had the speed to pull away at the end.
Yeah, it was a good race. I like the track. It's quite technical, but you get dizzy after 50 minutes driving that track.
Yes, you do. Oh, man, it was an awesome win, a great job, and a great finish to your season. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you.
Yannick Gunther gets the win. Barker, we knew last week, locked up the season, folks. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. And especially don't forget to come back tonight, 9 Eastern, SMR X Series back on track. Meanwhile, I'll get this race on YouTube in 4K and get started on YouTube Shorts. We will see you guys tonight. Hope everybody had as much fun as we did. Have a good one, y'all.